The greatest challenge I've ever faced has nothing to do with women, money, or relationships. It's nicotine. It has been my greatest struggle ever since I was 16. Out of all the addictions I've had with video games, marijuana, social media, and jerking off, this has been the one I've struggled the most with, and I somehow broke it. I've talked about quitting weed extensively on this channel, but I was still addicted to nicotine until about 2 days ago when I quit again. The thing is about relapsing with nicotine, it makes you feel so much more terrible than you actually quitting, that you go further into the addiction because you are addicted because of stress. When I first started vaping, I didn't care about, looking cool or whatever. I knew it wasn't cool. But when I had that first hit, I had this crazy Nick rush, not really compared to about the average person. I was like almost passed out on the ground. Like I was like so Nick high, and I was chasing that high ever since. For me, it was never like a little tingle in my brain. It was like being high on heroin or some shit. That's how I was treating it. I would get like my hit on the school bathroom and I would just like pass the fuck out for like 2 minutes. That's why nicotine has always been so appealing for me. I haven't chased it to look cool or like to really quell anything. It's just because I chased that high of it, like an escapism, similar to how I was addicted to video games. It's something to escape from. Like my social media addiction, it's just something to escape from. And that's why it's so dangerous for me. When I am in withdrawals, I become a complete different person, and I don't like that. I don't like an addiction being another person controlling my brain. Here's me talking in an ice bath about it.
The thing about addiction's another person inside you controlling your actions when you don't want it to be. They'll make you a liar. They make you manipulate. They'll make you hide. They'll make you antisocial. Things that you don't want to be. Things that you not actually are. Things that you never were before you started an addiction. It is miserable that I was addicted to nicotine. It turned me into things and made me lose respect for people that I love. Because I hide things, because I don't want to admit my shame. And that's what nicotine does for you. So you should quit it while you have the chance. Do everything you can. Take professional help if you can, because it is not necessarily the health issues that cause the problems. It's what it does to the people around you. I've tried to quit about 4 times now. Each time I failed. The second time I did, it was my most successful. Is when I had the least amount of stress in my life. I was working like 4 hours a day and doing like nothing. I had a new environment, able to relax and spend most of my time with my loved ones. However, as my work picked up, I quickly relapsed. And the other times I was just so stressed about even quitting that I kept doing it because I was stressed even just about quitting. Rather than just taking it all in and relaxing, knowing that I'm just giving up something I don't need. So the point, I guess I'm actually already 3 minutes in.
Yeah, you're like 3.5. My turn! Daddy's turn!
When you want to quit something or do something and you just can't seem to do it, it's really discouraging. And that's the issue about addictions like this. They take kind of a hold of you, and you are so hard on yourself. I'm so hard on myself whenever I relapse. I've been listening to Dr. Frank about like his addiction timeline and stuff. I get really excited about it. And then like even like my 12 days, the most I've ever done was 12 days. I still relapsed. It's incredibly discouraging, and I'm not going to say I wish I never started because that's really cliche. But I'm glad that I started because I'm able to quit this addiction and say something about it in the future. Remember to love yourself so you can save yourself.